Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. It depends on the time frame or where you're watching me from. You're welcome to my channel again. This is Chooks Anthony speaking. I am glad and I'm happy to be in your face again. You know, um, this week was quite stressful, So the market was stressful, like stressful. I made some losses. I'm going to run you guys. You remember that I said that this my channel I'm going to be very transparent, So we are going to be talking about the radio. I made some like few losses, and I'm going to run over why I made those losses, what I've learned from the losses, and I also am in profits, So nothing that deep. Let's just get down to the full details of the video. Once again, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. I've been noticing the engagement. Few of you have been turning up for my videos. Thank you so much, guys. I so much appreciate you guys. You guys are the real OG. You guys are the real OG. I love you guys from the depth of my heart. Sincerely speaking, I love you guys from the depth of my heart. So you guys are here with me on my journey, and I believe that as you're here learning from my journey, learning from how I trade, my perspective of the market, I believe that you will build your own confluences so that you can become profitable at the long run. All right, guys, without any further ado, I'll start by sharing my screen. And uh, I think kindly confirm. Just give me a moment, guys. Uh, okay, give me a moment. All right, I believe you can see my screen now. Yes, I believe so. You can see my screen. So on my screen, uh, I have Bitcoin. So I remember a few weeks ago, I did my analysis on Bitcoin, and I wanted Bitcoin to drop a little. However, that wasn't the case. I knew that BTC is a bad boy. This is what happened. Easy peasy. The market came down to this level. I was hoping for the market to come here, do a triple top, and for the market to bleed to the downside. It didn't go well. It didn't play out that way. I remember that this market is not just about being sure. It's about patience. It's about understanding what the market is doing. These are the things that they won't tell you while you're learning, because it is stereotype. The classes you paid for is stereotype. They'll tell you flag pattern, they tell you reversal pattern, that anytime you see this pattern, just make sure that the next move is this. So these are the things that you're going to experience as a trader, how to know when the market is right. Wait, don't be in a hurry to trade. Remember, I said I made some losses, and if I'd really calm down and understand the market, I wouldn't have made the losses. If I begin to unravel the thing I did, you will just laugh at me, because you know that this thing, I shouldn't make the loss, but I made the loss myself. So I'm going to roll over to the pairs I made losses this week on, and I will show you guys the losses I made, so it's not a big deal. And so for Bitcoin, I told you guys that I was waiting for two things, for two confluence to form. I was waiting for BTC to break $110 per coin, and it did that. Yeah, so BTC now is bleeding to the upside. No too much this thing. So this was the level here, came here, break this minor trend line here, broke it, came back to do testing, then pump, BTC went up to the upside. Then for um Ethereum, so very, very straightforward. I want Ethereum. So the next target for Ethereum is $4,000 per coin. So we are currently traded at $2,945 per coin. So Ethereum in the next few weeks, I don't know when it's going to get to the level. So we are going to be bullish. I'm going to be interested in bullish. So from now to next weeks, I'll be bullish on Ethereum. I'm going to wait for my entry pattern to form so that I can enter the market. I'm bullish, bro. I'm bullish. I'm bullish. I'm not saying doing anything. You see what happened. So let me quickly explain what happened here. You see, okay, let me use the weekly time frame. You see what is happening. The market came down here. So guys, don't mind my charts. I said I was going to do a proper video on how to plot all these levels. So I'll do that next week. My next week video is going to be for beginners. I'm going to do videos for beginners, how to plot your levels if you're new to trading, So that's what I'm going to do so that I can accommodate beginners too, because this thing is becoming very technical and very, very advanced. And only for traders that, have started that journey, they will be able to, you know, find a way across and navigate the market like I'm doing. So for Ethereum is easy. The market, this was a resistance level here. The market broke the resistance level, and the next major level is at $4,000 per coin. So me myself, I will be interested in buying Ethereum to the upside. I'm not doing anything. I'm just bullish. I'll be bullish on Ethereum moving forward. So let's get down to the pairs I made losses. Oh, very, very annoying. So I'm going to start with GBP USD. So I remember last week when I did my analysis. So I remember last week when I did my analysis. This is very, very easy. So I did this analysis and I said that I wanted GU to, if GU breaks these are minor levels here. GU breaks this level, our next level is here. This level at 1.34, let's say 1.3429. Let's sum it up. Let's say 1.3400. Yes, let's use round figure because that it's a psychological zone and the market likes to respect psychological zone. So I knew that this market will get to this level. But so this guy tricked me. Why did this guy trick me? So I was seeing this weak candle rejection. Okay, this guy came back down here, did so this weak candle rejection. So what was playing in my head, what I was thinking, which is very, very wrong. What I was thinking, I thought that the market wants to do a double top formation to move to the upside. I was very convinced that, okay, since this guy is here, this guy wants to, do some shenanigans to go to the upside. I remember that if you watch my last video, I said that I want the market to come here to play around and push to the upside. But in cases where the market wants to sell, so the market should break here, do like a retracement and pump to the downside. That's when I'm going to be interested. So I didn't remember that I did my analysis that, okay, I want this market to go here and drop to retest the zone, it's broke, And when I saw the market, I was just laughing at myself because this was exactly what I analyzed. I did the mistake because I wanted this market to go bullish so that I can make more money, so that I can pass my FTMO challenge I'm currently, trading, So I wanted to pass the challenge, So what was the issue? The issue, the why I lost the trade. One, I wanted to pass my challenge, and two, I wanted to. Okay, I wanted to pass my challenge. I think that's one. I wanted to pass my challenge. So wanting to pass my challenge on time clouded my judgment. So I didn't think properly. However, my risk appetite is highest, 1 to 2%. So I'm still above profit. So it's not a bad thing. I'm above profit. I can't share my chat with you guys. I will only share when I've passed it. It's a personal thing. I can't be opening everything on social media. But if you work with me, once I've passed, I will upload it. So I will do like a compilation of how I was able to trade the I've passed release capital. I have my certificate. I've passed 10 trade. I've passed all those other niggas, but FTMO, I've not passed FTMO. So I want to pass FTMO and not just I want to pass a 100K account on FTMO. So that's my vision, and I've said it here, and I'm going to achieve it by God's grace. And so let's go back to our chart, what I was talking about. So I wanted this guy to buy, but this guy didn't buy. It was just bullish. So when I saw this pattern, I said, oh, that was when I remembered that, oh, this guy wants to sell. So guess what? I left the market. I wasn't interested in selling the market because as at that time, my mindset was bullish, but it doesn't mean anything. So I will wait for, I want to buy this guy, and I'm not selling. The only time I will be convinced to sell Gbpusd is if one, there is a change in trend. So let's say the market comes here and still gives me bearish momentum to the downside. I will sell this market here to this level. If it comes here and gives me a momentum, a massive bearish momentum to the downside, my bro, it's over for Gbpusd. Gbpusd is bleeding to the downside, and I'm going to hold my trades until I pass my challenge. So for now, remember, it's still bullish. One, we are still trading above this trend line. Two, we are still trading above this major support level here at 1.3200. So a major deciding factor for Gbpusd is 1.3200. So if we can clear off this 1.3200, best believe that Gbpusd is bleeding to the downside. And we are not just talking about minor retracement. No, we're talking about 500, 600, 700, 1,000 pips down to the 1,000 pips to the downside. And trust me, it's going to be one of the best trading year if this happens. But I want this guy to go bullish, to come to, let's say the guy comes to this level here at 1.3400 and gives me bullish momentum to the upside. I will buy the market to the upside. So, and the upside, the level it's going to get to the upside is I think it's more than 400 pips. Let's do this. Let's do this. So we are talking about more than 700 pips to the upside. It's still good business for me, Anywhere the market wants to go to, I'll follow the market. I'm not pushing the market. I'm not interested in, we are just here to make money. Anything the market wants to do, we just follow the market. We have the right knowledge, we have the right tool, we have the right mindset to follow the market, no matter what the market is doing. So this is it for Gbpusd. Okay. Okay, I don't know if I did I okay, yes. So this was what I was talking about. I don't know if you can see my Telegram channel. I observed that the last video you can't see my screen. My Telegram, when I was doing the video, so you can't see my screen. I believe you should be able to see the screen. So this was what I was expecting the market to do, do like a bullish engulfing pattern here, then pump to the upside. However, that wasn't the case. The market was just tanking to the downside, and I lost my trade. I lost 1.2% of my accounts, on this trade, and I also lost another 1.2% of my account on Euro USD. Where's Euro USD? So this is the same thing on Euro USD. So Euro USD gave me a very nice bullish momentum. So what was playing in my head was, as I was saying this thing, I thought like, I felt like the market created what we call a double bottom. A double bottom is another kind of reversal pattern. It's a solid reversal pattern that we shouldn't neglect. I thought. So what happened? I didn't wait for further confirmation. So I didn't wait for the break of the bearish trend line, which is like a major confluence for me. I just entered the market based on the fact that I felt like the market was going to buy, but the market didn't buy. So the lesson I've learned from this trade is to, one, always wait for your confluence to form. So don't help the market, in quotes. Do not help the market. What you should do is just trade the market. Trade what you see. Don't imagine what the market wants to do. Trade what you see. That's a very nice pattern. So this is for Euro USD and GBP USD. I feel great, sharing my losses with you guys. And also my wins. Yeah. So after audio shenanigans, audio market manipulation, stressed, being stressed out in the market, Euro GBP, Euro GBP have been coming for me, back to back since the last 3 weeks. This market has been coming for me back to back to back to back to back. So let me share my screen. So see Euro USD, these guys stressed my life. God. I was now thinking that what kind of life is this? I was now beginning to doubt my ability as a trader, The market is no respecter of anybody. This guy stressed me. Oh my God, Euro GBP. So GU was doing his own, GBP US, GU, EU was doing their own. Then Euro GBP was now adding. Oh my God, everything was just happening at once. But I was able to maintain my cool. I was able to maintain my mental health. I didn't react. I was just there, but I wasn't happy. Trust me, I wasn't happy, and about now I'm happy. I'm super pumped, guys, should I confess? I'd already told myself that I'm not going to shoot any video this week. But my my yeah. What I want to talk now. So my goals, and my aspiration, and what I've written down already can't go in vain. So I remember that it takes boldness to admit your losses in this game, and a lot of traders, a lot of gurus, Forex mentor, they won't show you, they won't show you losses. They won't show you losses. In fact, they will paint the picture that no loss. But let's be realistic. Losses are part of the game. If you are not willing to lose your money, don't trade the Forex market. These losses I'm talking about is not a big deal. So let me just tell you guys my risk to reward ratio. If I'm losing trade, I'm losing 1%, 2%. But if I'm in profit, I'm in profit of 5%, 6%, 7%. The other day I did 11%, 11%, while risking 1 to 2%. So that's the kind of risks I take, So losses is part of it. Like I said, I lost the trade on Tuesday. I lost the trade on Thursday, but I'm still in profit, So you have to take my word for it. I am still in profit. Once I've passed it, I will bring up my account. You guys will see what is happening. I believe that I will pass the account because I've passed several accounts before, and not just because I've passed several accounts before. I'm a good trader. Yes. And so for now, I think that's all. So what am I going to be doing next week? I'm not doing anything next week. Oh, nothing. I'm not doing anything next week. I'm just holding my trade. I beg. So Euro GBP, I'm holding my trade for to next week. So I will just wait for GU and EU to align. If they don't align, that's their problem. It's not my problem. So I'll just short. If GU doesn't align, I will short GU to from 1.3400 to 1.3200. That's collecting 200 pips move to the downside. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm not doing anything, just following the market. I think at this junction, I'm done. I've not gone over to gold. I'll do gold next week. I'm going to do a beginner guide for beginners. Thank you very much for staying through this video. I believe that you've gotten one or two things that you're going to use to take care of yourself and, make your trading better. So I will leave you guys on this note that the biggest room in the world, is the room of improvement. So you have to have a growth mindset, So there's no fixed mindset. You have to have a growth mindset. A growth mindset will enable you to always work on yourself weekly, daily, monthly, quarterly, annually. You have to have a growth mindset. And with that growth mindset, you'll be able to achieve, you'll be able to achieve goals sequentially, gradually, you achieve goals gradually. So there's no destination. You stop until you're able to achieve it. So guys, thank you very much for staying through. I would, love you guys to please support my channel, subscribe, if you've not subscribed, grow my channel, and I'll be very glad to and also be motivated to shoot this content. Thank you guys. Have a good night rest, from me to you. Love you.